Alright, here is another Dax or Terry Farrell thing that I collected from way back. It's an interview or article that Terry did, and it says here, Terry Farrell, Why I'm Leaving DS9. This is SFX magazine, and it was from, this is from April 1998. £3 and 25 shillings is what this used to cost. Alright, this is a Dax picture that says SFX says Tara to Terry Farrell, who is leaving Deep Space Nine. See page 68. Alright. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Wow. That's a pretty old school book. What was her name? That was the Warrior Princess or Xena, or I forget what that was, what TV show that was from. Whoa, what the heck is... Huh. Whoa, look at this old school camera. Dude. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is from way back. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the original Godzilla? As you can see, this is a pretty big article, or not article, magazine. So oh, here we go. It says here, SFX profile, where there's a trill, boldly going gone. Oh wow. Okay, so before I read or start reading this, it just has a couple pictures here. There's Dax and Commander Cisco, and it says here, back in the days when women wore less, Farrell got a chance to show off her legs in trials and tribulations. And I'm just trying to get this to focus. Is this gonna work? Come on. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and this one says, I meant to get on top of Michael Dorn, but I can't get my leg over. I said, my God, you're the size of Italy. I can't get on top of you. Oh wow. Anyway, so it says here, as Deep Space Nine finally matches the Next Generation in terms of seasons, it also loses its first regular character. Jane Killick asks Terry Farrell if Jadzia's departure will affect Dax. Think about this one. Deep Space Nine's Jadzia Dax is actually just the host body for the Trill slimy whatnot inside her, and Jadzia, a woman, is marrying Worf. So if Jadzia dies, the Trill is transferred to another body. Worf could find himself hitched to a bloke. Well, that's just one idea for a daring storyline that Deep Space Nine's producers are facing at the moment, because as the show moves into its 7th year this autumn, it will be minus Terry Farrell, the actress who plays Dax. My contract ran out, she explains. Honestly, after 6 years of it, I really need to move on with my career. It will be sad to see her go. Farrell has brought a lightness of touch to what has become the darkest of the Trek shows. Dax has a sense of fun seen in no other character, and gained an extra edge thanks to her recent relationship with Worf, showing she can love and fight even the most demanding of Klingons. Could she not be persuaded to stay? Is she not really, as some net rumor mongers have suggested, holding out for more money? No, they're not going to give me more money, she says definitely. It was this or that. Do you want to talk about it? No. Oh, okay. So I had the choice of this or that. And I went to my mom and dad's house, and I thought about it long and hard. I guess I have to... Whoa, what? Man, why is this? Just trying to make this so it's easier to read. Let's see here. I guess I have to just thank the people who are fans of that character for supporting me for all this time. I love playing Dax, but it's not the only part of who I am, and I need something else right now. I am forever grateful, so it's not something where suddenly I'm trying to push it out of my life. But the reality is there's 9 of us, and you only get 2 shows a year that are about you. The rest of the time, you're waiting, getting up at odd hours, doing little bits. You don't have much to do, and you need to have your mind stimulated. You need to do things to make you feel alive as a person. She's sitting in the back office of Hollywood Superstore, a TV and film merchandise shop in London, where she's about to do her first ever signing in Britain. It's been a hastily arranged stop-off while she's in the country for a Valentine's weekend with the new man in her life. I'm visiting a very cute young Englishman. Our mutual friend is sitting El Fidel, or Alexander now. He set me up with him, and it's working out because this is the second time I've come to see him. Looking back at the events which have led Terry Farrell to this office, a growing queue of people outside waiting for her autograph, it seems almost destined that the actress was going to end up in science fiction. Back in 1992, she was cast in a promo for an American version of Red Dwarf which never went to a series. She played a female cat because the men in suits wanted a woman in the show. My God, she says under her breath, shrinking back from the mention of it. We only got the script the night before we were doing it, so nobody got any sleep, and we all stayed up in this hotel room trying to read through it. I was so nervous that when I watch it back, I think it could have been so much better. Then followed a successful audition for DS9 rival Babylon 5. She was offered the role of the telepath, later to go to Patricia Tallman, but turned it down on the advice of her agent, who told her to wait for Star Trek. The wait was worth it because when Star Trek Deep Space Nine came along, she was the only actress that producers felt had oh man, why am I messing this up? She was the only actress that producers felt had both the looks and the acting skills to play Jadzia Dax. Even so, she knew it was going to be a challenge, because she had all the layers of living the 7 lifetimes. She says, she had been a man and a woman, so there was a duality, but there's a duality that she just left a wise old man. There I am, 28 years old, barely feeling like a woman myself, having to be this adult. For my first series experience, Paper Dolls, I played a very naive girl. I was 20 and I was playing 16, and I think it did me a disservice, only in the way that you can't help but play a part of who you are. So what was naive about Terry Farrell was naive about Lori Caswell, but I held onto it too much. It didn't help me in my real life, so I thought, God, if I say yes to a series now, it's got to be a character who has qualities that I want to bring out to help me grow up. So Dax had all these great qualities that I, in the beginning, had to struggle to get. Deep Space Nine also struggled in the beginning. It was the first spin-off from the highly successful Star Trek The Next Generation, and no one knew if it could repeat that success, but there was pressure on it to do just that. Some critics cruelly dubbed it Deep Sleep Nine, and they had a point. It took a while to find its feet, both as a series and for Dax as a character. Very definitely, says Farrell. Co-creator Michael Piller and I talked about it a couple of Saturdays ago. They'd call me in every show and give me a different note because they didn't know what they wanted with Dax. Alright, so this is another big article, and I will be back to read the other parts.